Good morning, everyone. It is 6 a.m. Welcome to my virtual Reverse Institute office. This morning, I'm going to share with you why I think it's a good idea that everyone focuses on fat and not carbohydrates. So when a client comes in and I ask them what they are eating or what they have been eating, they always talk about carbohydrates first. Obviously, I'm a ketogenic promoter, but I use kind of a ketabolic approach as opposed to a keto diet approach. But when somebody tells me I eat less than 20 grams of carbs or whatnot, that really doesn't tell me a whole lot. One, I don't know what their insulin resistance looks like. And two, I don't know what type of carb they are eating. So there are different types of carbs that lead to different types of nourishment. And when we focus on the right types of fats, that is something that our bodies need. So I'm just going to share with you a little bit of feedback, and hopefully it will help you kind of going forward. And then I'm going to give you some ideas on how to incorporate these things. So I'm just going to share my screen here. Bear with me. So this is why I think you should focus on fat and not carbohydrates. The first thing is pretty simple. Fats are needed and carbs are not. So I get in an argument with somebody at least 2 times a week. The health industry, the fitness industry, the nutrition industry, all of us were taught that carbohydrates are needed. And it wasn't until further investigation and further education that I now realize that I was wrong and they're wrong as well. Our bodies do not need carbohydrates. So I know that your trainer is telling you that, and possibly your physician, and for sure your nutritionist. But no, your body does not need carbohydrates. Your body does need glucose, but those are very different things. We can get glucose from other sources besides carbohydrates. In fact, your liver creates all of the glucose it needs. So although carbohydrates can be beneficial in the right source, they are not an essential nutrient. So this is why I'm suggesting that people focus on fats, because fats are very critical. So fatty acid deficiency is epidemic, and it affects about 90% of the population. Chronic inflammation, neurological disorders, and the inability to absorb vitamins A, D, E, and K are just a few of the issues that a deficiency creates. Knowing what your body needs stops you from making decisions based on wants. So carbohydrates are very addictive. And a lot of people think about what they can still eat as opposed to what they should still eat. So that's kind of where my focus is going to be for you today. I'm going to start with polyunsaturated fats. So polyunsaturated fats are types of healthy fats that include omega-3 and omega-6 fatty acids. They are essential for brain function, and you must obtain them from food. Your body cannot make them. Foods are salmon, shrimp, walnuts, flax, hemp, chia, sunflower seeds. If you're ketogenic, you may have started to incorporate these already, but what I find is that the majority of people that are coming into this are not including and have not included most of these foods for maybe their entire lifetime. So it is important to realize that all fat is a combination of polyunsaturated, monounsaturated, and saturated fat. So here are a few ways that you can incorporate some of the fats that we just talked about. So saute some sunflower seeds in butter and salt and eat a few as a snack or top them on a salad. Learn how to love fish. So this was a struggle for me. I hated fish, but now I really enjoy salmon and shrimp, two of the fattier fishes that provide a lot of polyunsaturates. But lemon was my friend here. So use a lot of lemon, use a lot of pepper, a lot of salt, and you can learn to love it. I have a mini pancake maker, and it makes a single pancake, just a tiny one. I use a lot of hemp seed and flax during my morning. I make it 3 times a week. And I have a nut mix sitting on my desk that includes walnuts, and making sure to only eat raw. Very careful not to buy roasted, and making sure that there's no canola oil, that kind of terrible oil for you. When it says roasted, it's usually in one of those bad fats that will contribute to disease. Or make some chia seed pudding. And I don't really love chia seed pudding, but I know a lot of people that do. It's not something that I'm a big fan of, but a lot of people really enjoy it. So play around with some of those things. You're going to want to try to incorporate these on a regular basis. So the best thing to do is to make a schedule to include these things regularly. So you're not thinking about what you can eat or what you should eat next. If you have an itinerary of the things your body needs, it makes choosing a lot more simple. Tomorrow we'll focus on monounsaturated fats. So to give you a better understanding of more fats that are absolutely necessary. And hopefully by day 3, when we include saturated fats, you'll have a good indication of what your body needs throughout each week. And you won't have to choose anymore. It makes it a lot more simple. Thank you so much for watching. Knowledge is power. Have a great day.